Make America Great Again. It was one of Reagan's slogans, one of Donald Trump's slogans. They have much in common. They may deliver things differently, but they're both charismatic. They both love the country. And it doesn't matter that they approach things differently. They seem to get to the same place. What makes them great is you have people who are always trying to sabotage them. You have insiders trying to stab them in the back. You have these little cult-like cabals who are trying to undermine their agenda, but they muscle through, and it's very, very important. This was a victory for the United States of America. It was a victory for those of us who see clearly the enemy. It was a definite loss for the enemy. It was a definite loss for the isolationists. If they had their way, Iran would still have nuclear weapons. And then I want to remind you what President Trump said after Operation Midnight Hammer. Go.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say, we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
These are two of the greatest presidents in American history, and I can say that about Trump now, even though he's still early on his second term. I don't think it's by accident that when the president sits in the Oval Office, that over his left shoulder is a large portrait of Ronald Reagan, the official Reagan portrait. Reagan took military action against Iran too. He blew out their Navy when they were threatening us and doing some other things, and as well as their main oil port. They didn't do anything else during his presidency. And as you can see, Donald Trump took the actions they did. I don't think it's a mistake that both men believed in peace through strength, Reagan and then Trump. I don't think both men, it's a coincidence or a mistake, believed in Make America Great Again. It was one of Reagan's slogans, one of Donald Trump's slogans. They have much in common. They may deliver things differently, but they're both charismatic. They both love the country. And it doesn't matter that they approach things differently. They seem to get to the same place. That's what matters. What makes them great is you have people who are always trying to sabotage them. You have insiders trying to stab them in the back. We've seen that. You have these little cult-like cabals, whether today it's isolationists, before that it was leftists, who are trying to undermine their agenda. But they muscle through, and it's very, very important. This was a victory for the United States of America. It was a victory for those of us who see clearly the enemy. It was a definite loss for the enemy. It was a definite loss for the isolationists. If they had their way, Iran would still have nuclear weapons.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.